Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for coming. Our next guest speaker is Roseyla. She's one of the PR advisors for H&M, and she's here today to tell you about H&M's child labor project. Give her a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for coming. My name is Roseyla, and I am one of the PR advisors for H&M. I am here today to tell you something about our new child labor project. My presentation is divided into three main parts. First, I'm going to tell you something about why we changed our policy. Secondly, I'm telling you about the old policy. And at last but not least, I'm introducing our project against child labor. Try to imagine that you are a 7-year-old living with your parents in the slums of India. You have to work 12 hours or more every day of the week, and sometimes you even have to work at night. Your salary is less than $1, and the only thing you want the most is to go to school and to get an education. But this isn't possible, because you and your brothers and sisters have to take care of the family. This is one of the many things that a lot of children in the child labor business have to go to every day, without any perspective for advancement. The job they are doing now is probably something that they will do for the rest of their life, or end up being a homeless person. I'm going back for a moment to the situation in 2009. H&M reached the news because the press found out that some of our suppliers still use child labor. It were children between the age of 7 and 12 who had to work all week and all day for a very low payment. It was in India in the cotton industry and in Bangladesh in the clothing industry. It was a scandal in the fashion industry, and in a week we noted a loss of customers and a loss of profit. We had no idea what to do, but we did know that we had to find a charity girl to work with. A few days later, we were approached by UNICEF. They have been dealing with child labor for years now, and they were and are still doing everything to help the children. After a lot of meetings and brainstorm sessions, we made a deal. What we couldn't do was stop the child labor completely, but what we could do was make a change. Our target for the next 5 years was setting up a project called All for Children with a clothing line and making the children go to school. These are some images of children working in the cotton and in the clothing industry, and these are the things that we want to prevent with our project. When starting our company back in 1947, our main goal was to get bigger and bigger in the shortest time possible, and to earn as much money as possible. Our formula was to sell cheap but good quality clothing all over the world. Over the years, we started working with the PPP plan, which stands for People, Planet, Profit. People stands for people in and outside the company. Planet stands for the effects on the living environment. And profit stands for the effects, for the proceeding and economic effects of goods and services. Our first focus was the second P, what stands for planet. We really wanted to respond on the growing need of people and thus our customers to make the world a better place and to reduce the global earth warming. We started a clothing line called Conscious, using organic cotton and other biologic fabrics and also recycled fabrics. First, we only had the basic things like t-shirts, but after finding out it was a great success, we also added dresses, shoes, and accessories. Today, it's still one of our best-selling clothing lines. After completing this goal, we started working with the third P, profit. Of course, it's important to make profit, but it's even more important that the profit that we make is earned fairly and under the best circumstances. That's why we had to make a different approach concerning people. What brings me to my last and most important main point. What I would like to do now is explain our project called All for Children. We started this project because we wanted to make a change, and we wanted to show the world and our customers that together we actually can make a change. So, how did we do it? With our collaboration with UNICEF, we protect some of the poorest children in the world. Today we reach more than 2 million children and their parents around them in 2 projects in India and in Bangladesh. We fund this project with 25% of the profit we make with the All for Children clothing line and with the donations H&M receives. These two together are good for $12.5 million, so it's quite effective. Our project in Tamil Nadu mainly focuses on child labor. It's one of the largest producers of cotton in the world, and this is good for the economic progress, but it also leads to a lot of poverty and child labor. Our target is to help 1.2 million children, with a special focus given to the 300,000 children who are living and doing child labor. So how are we going to do this? We're sending the children back to school, we prevent the causes of child labor, and we're improving access to healthcare and good nutrition. In 2012, we decided to extend our project to Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. Our main focus here is child labor and poverty. It has also one of the largest garment industries in the world. This is good for the economic growth, but it also leads to poverty, child labor, and insecurity. Our target here is to help the children and their families in 6 years. And we're doing this with improving access to education, improving access to social protection, and raising the awareness on children's rights. I have a short video of 1 minute, and I hope it will work. Otherwise, I have to open it on YouTube.
All for Children is a very good project for the district, and I would say it has come at the right time, and I'm sure that this project will make a dent in the lives of the people, especially children who are working in cotton mills. My vision is to make every child have vision for himself and herself.
To summarize, I have told you about our All policy, why we have changed this policy, and I have told you about our project called All for Children. Now I want to say our 7 commitments to sustainability. 1. Provide fashion for conscious customers. 2. Choose and reward responsible partners. 3. Be ethical. 4. Be climate smart. 5. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. 6. Use natural resources responsibly. And 7. Strengthen communities. In conclusion, I'd just like to leave you with an inspiring quote. We can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. Nelson Mandela said this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. My personal information is on the slide and my handouts are next to the door. If you have any questions, ask them now.
Are there already plans to set up a new project in a different country?
Yeah, we're planning to extend our project to South Africa, Asia, and Russia. Any more questions?
Yes. Is there child labor in the Netherlands?
Yeah, there is some kind of hidden child labor. The kids who are at home with parents who are always working a lot, and they have to do a lot of the household, so that's also what you can call child labor. Any more questions?
Have you ever visited any of their projects?
Yeah, I have visited both projects in Dhaka and in India, and I thought it was really impressive. It really, yeah, you could really see that it had much ethic there, and it was also really satisfying to see the kids go to school and get an education. Any more questions? All right, and thank you for your